Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to add a background in CapCut Pro. So let's get into the video. So before we get into the video, please subscribe to the channel as it really helps out with me making content like this. So as you can see, I've got 3 videos in the background, as well as I have an NVIDIA logo, as well as another GIF logo here that I could use as a background. Let's say I wanted to grab a background from the internet. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. But first, let's bring over my video clip of this doctor. I'm going to drag it to the timeline right here, and I'm just going to scroll through it and play it. And you can see how she looks like this. And now I'm going to bring a background in here. And what I did in search, I just put medical office. Okay, and I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to take this medical office and I'm just going to crop around it. And I'm just doing this for example, for sample purposes. Make sure that you have user license and agreements and that you're not using copyright images. If you do want to use license-free images, you could actually come over here to tools and click a usage rights, and you can say for Creative Commons or commercial and other licenses, and you could select the ones. But I use one from Envato. So once I've screenshotted that, I'm going to come over here to import, and I'm going to drag it in for my screenshots. And now you can see I've got my background here. So all you need to do is just drag this over to the timeline. I just like to put it anywhere on the timeline. And I'm going to put the woman on top. And what I'm going to do with the doctor here, I'm just going to mask her out, or I'm just going to remove and crop this background here. So if you come over to the timeline, you could click on her. And then once you've clicked on her, you'll see remove background. And you can look at remove background. And because this is a green background, you could select chroma key, or you could try the auto removal. And let me just try this and we'll see what happens here. So as you can see, it's applying auto cutout to this image here, and you can see it actually did a pretty good job. Now if you wanted to undo this and you didn't like it because there were shades of green here, what I like to do is Command Z on a Mac, and that's going to undo this. I'm going to do that twice, and what I'm going to do is use the chroma key. So I'm going to use chroma key, I'm going to select the picker. So now I'm just going to highlight exactly where I want over. So I selected it. Now you could still see the shades of green. So I'm just going to modify the intensity until that green is away. Usually it's clean up edge is what I like to use. And you can see now it's cleaned up. You could select the feather, make that look cleaner, smoother. And now that I've got the background in the back, you could come to the playhead, bring it to the left, press the spacebar and see how it comes in. And all you have to do is just adjust this to the beginning, and then come over here to the right and just kind of move this over until it auto aligns. And now if I wanted the lady or the doctor resized, all I'm going to do is come over here. You can see the 4 corners. You can just quickly highlight your mouse over one of the pointers until it shows 2 arrows and just kind of move it down until the position where you want it. And let's say you wanted to transition her from the left to the right. You could either use keyframes, or what you can do is bring this over to where maybe you're adding text, or after she crosses her arms, you want to split the video. So come over here to split. And now for the second part of the video, which is this part, maybe you want to have her moved over here. So on the first side, you're going to see her on the left, and on the second side, she's going to be on the right. See how she moved over right there? And you could do this through a smoother transition using keyframes, but I just wanted to show you how to use a background. Now, let's say I wanted to split the background as well. What I can do again is just click down at the bottom, or if you want both of them selected, you could highlight all of them by just kind of left clicking and highlighting the total 2 videos, and select the area where you want to split. Okay, so both of them are highlighted there. Now I want to select B, and now let's say I want to change the background of this area right here. Okay, so I'm going to select delete on this clip. I'm going to come over to my import, and let's say I want the NVIDIA background over here. So I'm just going to move that over, kind of drag this so it's in a line, and now I'm going to make sure, so I want this. Maybe I want it more to the left or the right. What I can do is just bring that up if I want, make it smaller, and have it here. And let's say I wanted to bring a second background. or third background, what I can do is just drag this background in the back over here. Scroll that in. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust and resize this. If I want, I could click over here and click on resize. If I just wanted to resize a part of this, where I just wanted to show the person's face and not his body, I can do that, and I click on confirm. And then now I can just kind of drag this and make it bigger if I wanted to. If I wanted to fill the whole page, I could scroll up and do that. And then now if I wanted to move her over, I'm going to select, I could select it over here. And then now you can see it's highlighted, so I'm just going to click in the middle, drag her over. And if I wanted to rotate her, you could see this button over here, you can rotate. Okay. And come over here, move that down. And typically when you have 3 videos here, you usually want to put transitions here. So what I like to do is just come over here to transitions, and I've got starred favorite ones, and you can see it's a bubble blur. So I'm just going to move them in between. I'm going to move them in between these 2 right here. So I'm just going to, sometimes I like to highlight it, sometimes it's easier. Drag it, click OK, drag that. Okay, and now you can see how the transition looks. It's a blur. See how it blurs? It looks a lot nicer. It blurs. Let me play that from the beginning. And that's how you add a background in CapCut Pro. If you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.